Hidden away in the damp, dark basement of a humble church is a critter that scurries around with nothing more than animal instinct. It uses whatever tunnels already exist to survive and find its next meal. It has no care for the mice whose tunnels it uses, but will eat them, devour them whole as its next meal. The priest knows that this is a basilisk. He's seen it a couple of times before, and he knows how dangerous it is. Its bile and awful breath can kill a man. He has told the townsfolk. Of course, nobody believes him. Whenever they investigate, they see only a rooster's head sticking out of a wall. During our research of the medieval period for Folklore's Medieval, we stumbled upon the basilisk quite often in the manuscripts and in stories that were recorded and kept for modern day. The basilisk is something of an enigma. It seems that the medieval people would pour into all of their superstitions and fears about the world around them. Fears of crops failing, fears of disease and death, fears of losing their mind. All of these fears ended up becoming the abilities of the basilisk, every generation adding new things to the basilisk. Because it evolved in so many different places and originated in so many different places and then molded into this monster over time, it's really difficult to pin down the original basilisk narrative. So what we did instead was took the most common attributes that were attested of the basilisk, combined them, and said this is good enough. Just as we did with its abilities, we did with its appearance. So our basilisk, taking from the most common depictions of basilisks in the medieval period, it has a rooster's head and a lizard's body and 6 legs. The basilisk is a microcosm of what makes monsters so great in Folklore's Medieval. Monsters are puzzles, not just hit point sponges. When you go against a monster in Folklore's Medieval, it is intended to be something that really makes you think, pause, and consider your options. Some monsters, sure, they benefit from going in with big weapons and hitting hard, but some monsters, like the basilisk, are best approached with knowledge and understanding of what the monster is. If you don't know what you're fighting, you don't know what it's capable of. Sometimes going around and understanding what the monster is from the locals and coming up with a battle plan that should work is usually the best approach for all monsters. The basilisk, of course, is absolutely no exception. It is a versatile creature which is capable of killing both early and late game players, even after they've accrued lots of magical items. So what makes the basilisk so powerful? Number one is its ability to synergize with other monsters, but number two, all of its abilities are drawn from the psychological horror of the medieval period. People were afraid of falling ill or their crops going bad, and so forth. These are the very same fears that keep us awake at night in the modern age. We may feel as though there's not anything to be afraid of with losing our health or worried about losing our food because we can go to the supermarket, but these are very innate fears that exist in our psyche. When things don't feel safe, we can start to really doubt and stay awake at night. So instead of sitting here and telling you why the basilisk is so nasty, let's look at an example combat. Turn 1. Seeing the chicken inside, the fighter uses 1 action point to investigate. This is a minor action in Folklore's Medieval. The basilisk sprays a noxious gas to the fighter using 2 action points, also called a major action in Folklore's Medieval. The archer gets on top of the coffin using a minor action, and then takes a shot at the basilisk for a major action, missing. The basilisk lets out an untrue crow for a major action. This causes some insanity, but luckily both our heroes were able to roll well. The fighter goes behind the basilisk with a major action, and swings with a major action borrowing from the future. In Folklore's Medieval, players and monsters are allowed to borrow 1 action point from the future. The archer also borrows from the future to shoot at the basilisk for 1 major action. Turn 2. Basilisk scurries through the wall to the other side for one minor action. It breathes noxious fumes through the hole for a major action, and the fighter moves over with one minor action. Then attacks with a major action, again missing. The archer turns to call for help using a minor action. The basilisk borrows from the future to bite the fighter for one major action. The archer shoots a daring shot at the basilisk, but unfortunately again misses, using 2 action points or a major action. Turn 3. Archer shoots an arrow through the basilisk's neck, a lucky shot. The basilisk is now trapped with its head outside the wall. This took 2 action points. The basilisk, now stuck, fires off more gas, using 2 action points. The fighter, seeing a critical condition for the basilisk, does a focus strike, using all of his action points in the round, and chops off the basilisk's head. The basilisk, now headless, does another untrue crow for 2 action points. In Folklore's Medieval, monsters and characters do not die until the end of the round, which is now. The basilisk is slain, and the heroes take victory. My producer tells me that I need to inform people to like and comment below, so do those things. And tell my producer how awesome the basilisk is. Talk about ways that you would have the basilisk fight your party.
Is she in the shot?
Yeah. You want to be on TV? No? Okay.